What's up, people? Peace, 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 peace. Come on in. This is Shame TV. Polight Nino Brown Audio Unleashed Part 1. Daddy Daycare. We'll be talking about that. We'll also be going in on absentee fathers. Generals who are generally not taking care of their children. So we must, at the very least, talk about it.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm going to stay on camera. Well, not long because got other stuff to do off camera. But we will be talking
Shame.
about this idiot. And I'm going to try to critique some of this audio. What's up, what's up, what's up? Come on in, come on in. Yes. Peace to the fans. I recorded as much as I could, as much as I could stomach, because me listening to Polight for too long, especially the way he started it, it didn't surprise me at all that he started it like that. So, not surprised, like I said.
What are you talking about?
Before we get started,
If you haven't already, people subscribe to Shane East Watch TV. He got a clothing line. He got some different stuff going on. He inspired me. He gave me the idea, and I gave him credit for it. Did I not give you credit for that, Shane East Watch? Did I not do a show giving you credit for that?
Facts. Yes, you did, brother. Shout out to Brother Logic and another one of his shout outs for Shame TV. I always appreciate that shit. So now it's time to get ready to go in.
You sound like an abused woman. You sound like a...
This is choppy, people. My battery was low.
I want to prove to y'all something. I do this because I just want y'all to know. Don't let no one tell you you can't, because I come from a very harsh background, and many of you do, and I don't want that to be the limit to your aspirations. That's it.
All right, it's time to go off camera.
Now, let's think about this. One Negro in the community, aside from the restraining orders and all this stuff after they talk crazy and reckless, this one guy, convicted felon, and tricks people into thinking he's raising money for a daycare center. And everybody hangs out. And it's cool with this guy. All the people that's banging on each other, some of them bang with each other, bang against other people. And I'm like, yo, hold on. A convicted felon is going to open up daycare centers all across the country. I respond. You sound like an abused. I was like, yo, yeah. You sound like an abused woman. You sound like a.
Hold on, y'all. This was spur of the moment. Just want to hear this one more time before we start running our mouths.
I want to prove to y'all something. I do this because I just want y'all to know. Don't let no one tell you you can't, because I come from a very harsh background, and many of you...
Somebody pull out a violin, please.
And I don't want that to be the limit to your aspirations. That's it. Facts. Now, let's think about this. One Negro in the community, aside from the restraining orders and all this stuff after they talk crazy and reckless, this one guy, convicted felon, and tricks people into thinking he's raising money for a daycare center. And everybody hangs out. And it's cool with this guy. All the people that's banging on each other, some of them bang with each other, bang against other people. And I'm like, yo, hold on. A convicted felon is going to open up daycare centers all across the country. This is a scholar, though, a teacher. Then the same guy turns around and he says, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get you hotels for cheaper whenever you travel.
Yeah.
Then we found out that wasn't good. He threw that away. We're gonna do a GoFundMe so we can raise $1 million. And that got trashed. And then it was, you know, I'm gonna show you this UFO evidence. They did the DNA testing and everything.
You heard it. You heard it. Convicted felons starting daycare centers.
Thing for it. Then we found out that was a lie. They didn't even say sorry, but said swore blind, swore his life. Like, yo, they did DNA testing on this.
Get him, Nino. This is Polight Unleashed, Part 1.
And then what took the cake for me, because I responded that one main time, because the first time was legitimate because we was going into a debate. Second time was like, okay, let me respond to something you say. After that, I'm done. Because especially when I see that you're crazy.
Notice how he's attempting to call people crazy. Standard operating procedure.
So when a man videotapes the highway and says these are UFOs when he's taping the headlights of cars driving and you can hear the cars honking.
Now, open right here on this open stream, I'm going to ask this question. Number one, Polight right now is talking about young Pharaoh. What we want to know, people want to know, and what inquiring fucking minds would like to know is a couple of things. Number one, young Pharaoh, before we even get started, before we say anything else, we have to say, because like I told you guys before, this is not something that I'm making up. This is not something that I'd even like to have to say. I don't want to have to do this, but I have to. So before we get started, I'd like to say, young Pharaoh, please, please don't flag me, bro.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So getting back to it, young Pharaoh, you had some issues with hold on. You had some issues with UFOs and shit like that. You were showing niggas UFOs, but you were actually showing traffic lights. Has anybody seen this nonsense? Because like I said before, this is shit that I don't be knowing about. Because I don't be knowing about this shit. I really don't be knowing about this shit.
Then it was, you know, I'm going to show you this UFO evidence. They did the DNA testing and everything.
Come here. Girl.
Thing for it. Then we found out that was a lie. They didn't even say sorry. But said, swore blind, swore his life. Like, yo, they did DNA testing on us. And then what took the cake for me, because I responded that one main time, because the first time was legitimate because we was going into a debate. The second time was like, okay, let me respond to something you say. After that, I'm done. Because especially when I see that you're crazy.
That you're crazy. Accusations all day. It gets clearer, babe. People don't even.
So when a man videotapes the highway and says these are UFOs when he's taping the headlights of cars driving and you can hear the cars honking, and then puts his face in the camera and says, hey, you know, see, this is real, y'all. I don't want to hear nothing. At that point, I said, I will never respond to this guy. Yeah, change my last name, change my age, did all sorts of stuff. Look, I know.
Damn, young Pharaoh, this is indicting.
When I'm dealing with crazy, I'm not talking to nobody who can videotape cars and all the other stuff. Be a convicted felon and say, hey, you know, I'm going to open up tickets, raise the 10+ bands and shut the whole project down and started selling you hotel passes.
Now, here we are again. What up, BCFC? Leonard, Salima, D Prince, Keisha Ray, my nigga Snap. Man, where do we begin, guys? I don't even know where to fucking start right now. Yo. This was a lot. Listening to it was difficult because we had to suffer through the beginning of this nigga lying and pretending like those things are his. Polight, let me say this one more time. It doesn't matter how much emotion you use. I don't care how many times you practice it in the mirror. We don't believe you. We know goddamn well that those things aren't yours. We know fucking well that you tried to make that house look as much as a home, that timeshare look as much as a home as possible this time. But the fact of the matter is, nigga, you keep showing us different mansions every other few months. There's no way in hell that you're buying these things. Like, then I'll just stop it. We know you got that little book bag on with the extra batteries in your pack for this live stream. You know what I'm saying? But calm down, yo. We still know the truth. We were just waiting on you continuing what we started a long time ago and what I predicted a long time ago. The Minion War and then the fall of the House of Consciousness once you broke. And you have now broken, and the House of Consciousness is broken, people. I predicted this. I told you. And it's basically a year when I started Shame TV. What a fucking prophecy. This is crazy. This is prophetic. I want this video shared as much as possible. This is prophetic.
To get into hotels cheaper, listen. And when the people started getting on him, he got on me. I'm not gonna mention these people names. I'm not interested. I don't need I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. I just know when I know when someone can spend hours of
I know
time on YouTube
that I don't know where to begin.
The same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies.
Uh-oh.
You do it for every baby but your baby. Your baby's right.
He's talking about General Seti. Now I'm gonna play that again.
I don't need I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. I just know when I know when someone can spend hours of time on YouTube attempting to ram the same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies. Black power. You do it for every baby but your baby. Your baby's right in Harlem. And according to the mother of that child, you don't see your baby.
Wow. Whoa. So daddy daycare and the general absent father are the accusations that Brother Polight is bringing up. I don't want anybody to be confused and confusing Shame TV East Watch with the opinions of Michael Noak.
Shame.
But we're going to have to get another one of those.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Brother Polight, Nino Brown Audio Unleashed Part 1. The first part is Daddy Daycare. Young Pharaoh attempted to launch. Young Pharaoh, don't flag me, bro. Young Pharaoh attempted to start a daycare. He started a fund for it and everything. I have come to find out that this is an actual fact. This is not just conjecture or people just talking shit about Young Pharaoh. I've come to find out that it's a fact that Young Pharaoh indeed and in fact held a GoFundMe or some sort of fundraiser for a daycare center. Now, again, like I said earlier, Young Pharaoh, I think that's a noble undertaking. And though I am on a mission to expose this shady shit that I've found about you and the people around you, I'm gonna have to, found out about you, I'm gonna have to still say that that's a noble undertaking to build a daycare for mothers who cannot afford it. and may need help with daycares. What we want to do here at Shame TV is we want to help that cause. I'd like to donate to that cause. I'm going to be putting up a super chat soon, pretty soon on this page. So we'll even hold a stream one day and just go ahead and go right in and donate money just for Young Pharaoh's daycare center, in an attempt to still, no matter what I'm doing as far as banging on the shit that you've been involved in, I'm still going to and exposing that and uncovering, that. Again, don't flag me, bro. We're still going to support what's real, if it's real, if it is indeed real. And, that's the question here.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So Young Pharaoh is accused of gaining the money, actually acquiring the money, and then completely abandoning the whole project. Now, I know for a fact.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That the project may have been abandoned, as people would say, because much like the NOI thing that he just did, he backed right off of that. So people were coming out and saying that Young Pharaoh was doing that to generate activity back to his page after that flopped album that he dropped on the page.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So he was ready to generate activity again. And the activity that he generated, which is typical, is, hey, there's still a lot of scam artists out here. A lot of people know that shit. So a lot of people will listen when somebody who has enough clout as far as viewership can throw shit out there. People are going to listen, and bam, what better than the Nation of Islam? I'm here to expose the Nation of Islam's false teachings. That lasted about a day and a half.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Then we were on to something else. So what we're going to actually do now is start taking a look at him and his partner's teachings in background and things of that nature. Now, you heard Polight accuse General Seti, and Polight's not saying that this is what he's saying. He's saying this is what some member of the so-called conscious community, meaning probably some nigga who be standing around outside in New York, but people might know him by name's daughter, has been impregnated by Sarah Seti. Now, that is no big deal. I was wondering whether the brother had children or not, because a man who claims to be about what he is about, I kept hearing reports that he was living at home with his grandmother or mother or some things like that. And I'm like, this man is well into his 40s and should not be living at home unless he's taking care of her. He moved back in because he wants to take care of her and it's cheaper on both of them, or they have some arrangement like that. Or not just that, nigga, you ain't never had no crib in your name, more than likely.
Shame.
Type shit.
Shame.
Again, don't flag me, bro. Because we hear that you flag people. Well, people hear that. I know for a fact that you do. And that is not my opinion. That is a full-blown fact. What is going on? Peace. Welcome, welcome. Right now, we're talking about Polight's Nino Brown Audio Unleashed Part 1. I am only going to unleash Part 1. And Part 1 is Daddy Daycare and the General Absent Father. And now Polight is accusing, I'm going to play it again for those who just came in. Polight is accusing Sarah Seti of fathering a child in New York.
Yeah, change my last name, change my age, did all sorts of stuff. Look, I know when I'm dealing with crazy. I'm not talking to nobody who who can videotape cars and all the other stuff. Be a convicted felon and say, hey, you know, I'm going to open up tickets, raise the 10+ bands and shut the whole project down and started selling you hotel passes.
That went under. Let's not forget.
To get into hotels cheaper. Listen. And when the people started getting on him, he got on me. I'm not gonna mention these people names. I'm not interested. I don't need no. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. I just know when I know when someone can spend hours of time on YouTube attempting to ram the same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies.
Uh-oh. You know who he's talking about.
Baby, but your baby. Your baby's right in Harlem. And according to the mother of that child, you don't see the baby.
Wow.
By choice.
God damn.
But
now, if that is incorrect, Polight is very much an asshole for accusing a man of some shit like that he knows is not true. So I'm going to start off by saying it like that. If this is not true, Polight is he's more awful than he already is for coming out and saying some shit like this about a man and his child, and he knows that that isn't true. That's fucked up. Okay? That's my disclaimer. Now y'all ready for the heat? Y'all ready for the heat? Is everybody ready for the heat? See, it's one thing when certain people know something. Like Polight knew that shit about SETI. I didn't know that. If it's true, I didn't know that. Sarnetta may have known that about SETI. I didn't know that. But it's one thing I'm going to tell all you YouTube entertainers. It's one thing I'm going to tell you. You better not let Shame TV find out about shit like this. So now we already said if it isn't true, automatically dismiss everything I'm about to say. You can dismiss all of that. All right. So I hope you guys are ready for the smoke, for that heat. Let me get this straight. You got a 40-some-odd-year-old man, more than likely soon to be 50 years old, running around America, calling himself a general, yelling and screaming into cameras and phones, beating on his chest, calling himself a general. Every time he opens his mouth in a stream or a video, you hear how all this animation, how all this fervor and energy that he's putting forth in these videos. I know, Wax, they smacked us out of there. All this energy that he's putting forth in these videos, he's doing all of this for these babies. He'll even tell you he ain't doing it for you niggas. Y'all already lost. Huh? I'm doing this for these babies. Huh? I bang on this beast for these babies. And the one baby that you should be banging on the beast for first, the first baby you should be banging on the beast for, you seem to have no bang at all.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now, Much like I said in the Kev Gills Mick crumbling disaster, Mick devastation, when he was uncovered to be what he was. It hurt because Sonetta was the one to uncover this shit. Oh, I have only just begun, Selima. Dizzy Cochran will be preparing to take on this issue as well. But what made it worse was that Sonetta was the one who exposed this shit. You want to know what makes this shit worse, Seti? Is that we're hearing this shit from the Nisut, the illustrious impotent, and I mean impotent, having multiple wives and only one child. Impotent.
Shame.
Potent.
Shame. Shame.
It had to be this nigga to be the one to actually expose you. Now, it's okay that you may be having difficulties taking care of your child financially. Those things you can overcome. But it seems that according to a lying person, so we can't take all of it, you know, hook, line, and sinker, but we already covered that if he's lying part. Now we going in if he's not. According to a witness who spoke to the child's mother, you don't show any interest at all in being involved in the life of the child.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So when you and the little daddy daycare guy, don't flag me, bro. When you and the little daddy daycare don't flag me, bro, go on the next live stream. And you got however many people in the chat. You got your cheerleader pages that you snatched up and put them under your thumb. Did you hear what Polight said about Sonetta? How he'll get a page with this many following, a page with that many following, a page with this many following, and suck them all up under his yoke. Go look at the young guys live stream and see the pages he suck up. An immediate page, a McRebound page, shit like that. I can't wait till we go in on a topic. We're gonna talk about homeless YouTubers and shit like that, and YouTube niggas who is homeless trying to strike it rich on YouTube. Using the local
Shame.
McDonald's customer
Shame.
friendly
Shame.
Wi-Fi. But if this is true, Seti, if this is true, Seti, you a piece of shit. That means that shit about you probably living at home and shit, that's probably true. You a 40-year-old man living in your 40-some-odd-year-old man living in your mother's house, nigga, making YouTube videos in the old laundry room that you converted
Shame.
into a studio.
Shame. Shame.
Because all the other kids moved out and shit and got their own cribs and you're just there. He must have been the baby. When shit like that happened, it's like Israel doctrine. He the baby, so
Shame.
they just let that nigga stay
Shame.
there and shit. It's all good though.
Shame.
Hashtag don't flag me. Just for disclaimer, this is public audio that was done by Brother Polight that I'm just using. He was referring to these individuals. I'm just critiquing it and just having an open discussion about it. That's all. Shame. Don't flag me, Pharaoh.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All this time, these niggas is preaching to you. Right now, they preparing what they gonna do. Everybody, the whole world was waiting for this, nigga. Everybody was waiting for what Polight was gonna say. And I knew Polight, knowing Polight after as long as I known him through this forum, I already knew that nigga was gonna give some heat, but he ain't giving it all because he know they're gonna run their mouth back. And he knows, Polight knows, he makes his money on the comeback. He lets you say shit, and then boom, come back. That's how he want to handle the situation. That's how he's gonna handle the situation. But right now, Sarnetta is shaking in his boots. That's gonna be another volume. I might make that volume 2. Sarnetta is shaking in his boots. The House of Consciousness has fallen, as I predicted. If you do not believe me, you can go and Shame TV in the timeline all the way to the early videos, and you will see that I predicted this based a year ago, like a year ago to the day almost. I predicted all of this. I told you it will be a minion war. Someone asked me, what do you think is going to happen? How is it going to fall? It was in a chat. Live stream, and I said, this is what's gonna happen. I said, all Sarnetta's minions are gonna start becoming disgruntled because they're gonna start seeing that Polight didn't move off on his own, and Sarnetta's not giving me the shine that I thought he'd give me, and they're gonna be disgruntled. I said, along with all the pressure that's being put on Sarnetta, about the scamming that Polight's been doing, about him covering it up, about more and more shit coming out. Then the Bambaataa shit started coming out right after Sarnetta. African Bambaataa bigging up Bambaataa and shit. And then right after that, a scandal hit. The debate started falling through when young Pharaoh wanted to be his own celebrity instead of a celebrity with Sarnetta. Once the debates weren't happening anymore, the Minion War was primed and ready to kick off, and it did. Just as I predicted, the Minion War kicked off.
Shame.
When it kicked off,
Shame.
people again used to come to the
Shame.
chat and ask me. They used to come to the chat and say, well, how long is it going to take? What's going to actually happen? I said, yo, it's going to take a while. So it's not going to just fall. I said, it's already fallen. I said, but the actual building, the actual structure of it, it's going to come. I said, it's going to start minion by minion. And it did, minion by minion. And the black media broke off. They were exposed as flip-floppers, trying to expose butt kiss ass and then kiss ass and expose. They were brought out. Israel Doctrine was exposed to finally being exposed as an opportunist. He'll say anything just to be anywhere in any mix. That's why I keep him in the mix, because that's what he wants. And when you mess with me and you want to be famous, I will make your ass fucking infamous. Ask Michael Edwards. As a matter of fact, don't ask Michael Edwards. Go to Google and type in obesity and scroll down, and you will see images of obesity, courtesy of
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Just imagine if I had time to do this like all day, every day, like 5 days, I mean 7 days a week, every morning, every afternoon, all day. Oh my God, I would destroy you niggas. Only the evil niggas, only the wicked, not the righteous, of course. We don't roll like that over here.
Shame.
But I told you guys, I said the Minion War will kick off. What happened next? Javen Bullets and them started falling off. You didn't see Larry and them niggas no more at all. Shaka Amo slowly started stepping away. He wasn't banging on them. He wasn't banging on Sonetta yet, but he was slowly stepping away. People like Sankofa were MIA. All these guys started to shift and move away. The Armin Ross squad, if there ever was one, just totally disbanded and was no more. Lex Vortex was still kind of going back and forth, but he was teetering on the no more fucking with Sonetta side. Everybody started to abandon Sonetta. I told everyone this. I said, when everyone starts abandoning Sonetta, they're going to start attacking him. Michael Edwards stopped attacking him and joined ship because he thought he had an opportunity. And Sonetta used him, and he used them well. He sicked Michael on everybody. He even sicked Michael Edwards on himself. If Sonetta told Michael Edwards to bang on himself,
Shame.
I think that he would.
Shame. Shame.
But I told you guys, when the Minion War starts and they all turn on Sonetta, he's going to bang back. And that's going to weaken him. And he's been weakened. The old king has been weakened. And the one that's going to do it to him, who's the one who always does it to him? The one that was closest to him. I told y'all, I said when Polight finally turns on him, that information is going to be too much. The red pill, blue pill minion turning on him, that kind of hurt Sonetta a little bit because a lot of people fucked with red pill and blue pill. So that kind of hurt Sonetta, but not for real because he made up and he made them niggas be his minion again. Of course he live right now. Sonetta goes live every time I go live. I want y'all to notice that. You can even go check the timeline. Every time I go live, since Shane TV been back, Sonetta goes live. And somebody and a couple other people. If they keep doing it, then I'm gonna think something about it. That's my shame-spiracy. But I told you, it's over. Once Polight turns on them, that's gonna be too much information. That information alone is going to. What up, Noah? That's gonna crush him.
I don't get into people's business. I'm on my own business.
He don't get into people's business, but he know all the business. Now, I want y'all to listen. Even though he's revealing it and he's giving you good information, always know he's going to be polite. He don't reveal nobody business while he revealing people business, but he know everybody's business to reveal it.
Convicted felon and say, hey, you know, I'm going to open up tickets. Raise the 10 plus bands and shut the whole project down and started selling you hotel passes.
So, Young Pharaoh, that's your indictment. Is that true or not? That's all you want to know, like a yes, no.
To get into hotels cheaper. Listen. And when the people started getting on him, he got on me. I'm not going to mention these people names. I'm not interested. I don't need no, I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. Sure, I just know when I know when someone can spend hours of time on YouTube attempting to ram the same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies, not how. You do it for every baby but your baby. Your baby's right in Harlem. And according to the mother of that child, you don't see it. I know. And when the people started getting on him, he got on me. I'm not gonna mention these people names. I'm not interested. I don't need no. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. I just know when I know when someone can spend hours of time on YouTube attempting to ram the same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies. Not how.
Do this for the baby.
You do it for every baby but your baby. Your baby's right in Harlem. And according to the mother of that child, you don't see your baby.
Wow.
By choice. What?
And that, my lady just asked me, who was he talking about? And he is talking about the general, Sarah Sutanseti. Just for those who don't know who the general Sarah Sutanseti is, I'm going to play a little bit of audio and of the general so we can know who he is, because some people don't know who these people are. Like during this, while I was recording this, I showed her a picture of Polight while he was talking because it froze on my phone. And I was like, look at this weird ass nigga. And she was like, here he go right here on her Facebook timeline up there talking about, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Afterbirth. And just up there lying about some shit about Afterbirth and some bullshit like that. But Sinetta is live, guys, so we're going to go over there in a second. Hold on just a second. But I want to let everybody know who the general is. This is the general right here.
You can't.
And his name is Seti.
We West, our people came from West Africa. All the people did not come from no goddamn West Africa.
There came a time in 1506, after we lost power in Spain, the Africans ruled Spain from 711. We were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S. Hold up.
Our people came from West Africa. All the people did not come from no goddamn West Africa.
And this is the general.
Understand? See, and Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark brought that out because a lot of people want to say that, we West, our people came from West Africa. All the people did not come from no goddamn West Africa.
Now, how is that going to help that girl take care of that baby? How is that going to help you get out of somebody's crib? Get out your mom's crib, man. You too grown for that shit. Daddy daycare. If this shit is true, man, you got some questions to answer. Don't flag me, bro. You got questions to answer. Did you or did you not take $10,000 from people and then tell them you was building a fucking daycare and never built a fucking daycare?
Shame.
Now let's just throw that out
Shame.
there. If you did,
Shame.
if you didn't do that shit, where the fuck is the bread? That's what the question is. Shame TV, East Watch, man. This has been Polight, Nino Brown Audio Unleashed Part 1. Brother Polight has came through with the opening salvos of his defense. He will not lay down quietly. He says that he has much more. I believe him. I don't see any reason why he needs to make that up because he was around them. So I know that he has more. He knows everything about them. Nobody knew anything about this nigga Seti and his situation until Polight said that shit for real. Some of us heard it, but we didn't know. No.
I don't get into people's business.
Yeah, you do.
Last name change because the first time was legitimate because we was going into a debate. Second time was like, okay, let me respond to something you say. After that, I'm done. Because especially when I see that you're crazy. See, I need to stop. So when a man videotapes the highway and says these are UFOs when he's taping that of cars driving and you can hear the cars honking, and then puts his face in the camera and says, hey, see, this is real, y'all. I don't want to hear. At that point, I said, I will never respond to this guy anymore. Yeah, change my last name, change my age.
Okay.
I know when I'm dealing with crazy. I'm not talking to nobody who can videotape cars and all the other stuff. Be a convicted felon and say, I'm gonna open up raised the 10+ bands and shut the whole project down and started selling you hotel passes.
That's crazy. We want to know what's going
to
on.
get into hotels cheaper. Listen, and when the people started playing, he got on me. I'm not gonna mention these people names. I'm not interested. I don't need no. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not into none of that. I just know when I'm beat. No, when someone can spend hours of time on YouTube attempting to run the same point home every single day to get it into people's brains, to get attention off of what they're doing that's wrong. There's the other guy, I do this for the babies. Not how. For every baby but your baby. Your baby's right in Harlem. And according to the mother of that child, you don't see your baby.
Wow.
By choice. But
he's out doing general stuff. Apparently.
I don't get into people's business. I mind my own business. To sell drugs, to go to Egypt, sell crack, to be exact. I still got the video. To sell drugs, to go to Egypt.
That's the general setting. Wants us to sell drugs. People, you know, it's a hand-to-hand deal. It is a little better than scamming. I got a product, you got money.
I have a 30-year dope plan to get people out the hood. Let's sell dope to get out the hood. I don't mind these guys' business. They're constantly talking about it. But I know not to respond to somebody. I'm up with a 30-year dope plan. And many of you know who I'm talking about, because this is YouTube. This ain't them other platforms of videos. Those of you that don't know, figure it out. If you don't worry. Don't lose no sleep over it.
So that's Polight on Sarah Sutanseti and Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh allegedly was videotaping headlights of cars, saying that it was UFOs. That's some full-blown, grade A, first class, top-notch scam shit. Top-notch scam shit. And Sarah Sutanseti is accused of being a deadbeat dad. We really want to know, is that true? All this and more on the Sunday Sundown stream tomorrow. Volume 2 of Polight Nino Brown Audio Unleashed Part 2. That will be taking place around 12 tonight, maybe 1 a.m. We will get started on that. It's the weekend. I'm up and I'm banging. That part will go into the McHomeless. Those who are McHomeless.
Shame.
Running YouTube pages, pretending like they weren't McHomeless all the while. Sad, sad, sad. So much to talk about. Don't know where to start. But Polight, yes, Polight, fake ass Polight. Brother Polight, please don't think that we forgot. You've got so much fucking blood on your hands. You might as well be a goddamn butcher. Shame TV Eastwatch. Sinetta, I hear, is live now, so I direct you guys, if you would like to, if you are not already blocked, go over there. And because I will go see what bullshit there is to hear. For a second, it's my duty. But I can only take so much of it, guys, so don't expect much. Peace.